All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushai by Shem Karkadash, the bonds to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So, I wanted to do this in particular lesson, considering everything that's going on in the world. You got the pandemic coronavirus, you know, really laying judgment on people. A lot of people have lost their life. A lot of people are sick. A lot of people are going to get sick. With that, you have some uproars of the people that's been going on. You have the mobs like jumping Chinese people. You had the cops beating down Jake. You got a lot that's going on with this pandemic. And with that being said, I just wanted to go over some of the just some of the stuff that the government's had planned for us. A lot of the operations that they've been doing, and I know there's no way I can hit them all. And if you brothers have anything that I missed or something you want to see, you can put in the comments. But I'm just gonna go over a couple of them that that I thought are significant. And we've been speaking about these for years, but now it's being seen, it's being brought out a lot more in the midst of this pandemic. Okay, so first thing I wanted to do is this the NDAA Act, okay, the National Defense Authorization Act, which was, I'm keying in on the year 2012, but they actually revise it every year. So, Lord as well, I'll look into the NDAA Act for 2020. But so the thing that made this one significant is the detention without trial. Okay, so it says the detention sections of the NDAA began by affirming that the authority of the president under the authorization for use of military force against terrorists, a joint resolution passed in the immediate aftermath of September 11, 2001 attacks, include the power to detain via the armed forces any person, including any citizen who was part of or substantially supported Al-Qaeda or the Taliban, or associated with the forces that are engaged in hostilities against the United States or its coalition partners, or anyone who commits a belligerent act against the United States or its coalition allies in aid of such enemy forces under the law of war. It says without trial until the end of the hostilities. Okay, so basically they can. All right, there's a lot in the middle, so I'll just read it from the top to the bottom without the middle. It says includes the power to detain via the armed forces any person, including any U.S. citizen, without trial until the ends of the hostilities. So they don't need to take you to trial. They can come and snatch you up and throw you in Guantanamo Bay. That's just what it is. Okay? We've been telling you about this for years. Now this is a scenario in which it can happen. Because, that's what you're going to see. Let this summer come. We're going to see blackouts. We're going to see them doing their operations where they come in the cover of night and they come into your house. Everything's out now. We got the 5G. With 5G technology, it's going to allow them it's going to give them pretty much a 3D map of your house with all your smart devices working as a signal. So they're going to know where you're at, where the dog is at, what room you're in, if you're under the bed, this, that, and the third. Okay? Everything that's going on right now is proving what we've been speaking. All right, so let me get a quick precept to go with this. So this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and that ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Now, this is this scenario is a prime example of that, along with martial law. Okay, because they've militarized over 1 million troops. They called up the National Guard. Now with that, it's nothing to put a Humvee on every block or on every other block or however it is they want to set up, and to detain who they want to detain for whatever reason they want to, and to charge you with whatever they want to charge you with. But this situation is allowing that law to be easily accessed, and it said armed forces in particular. Let's go back to it. It says via the armed forces. Okay, so this isn't for the regular police to come get you. It has to be armed forces. Now you see why they're militarizing the police force. All right, there's already, like in New York, and I've seen in California as well, a lot of police officers are coming down sick with the coronavirus. So they're going to need the military to circumvent that help, to fill in the gaps and the holes. All right, so that's the NDAA Act. So let's move on. Next one we got right here, Project Megiddo. We've been talking about Project Megiddo for a while. Okay, it says it was a report researched and written by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation under Director Louis Freeh during the released on October 20th, 1999. The report named followers of white supremacy, Christian identity, the militia movement, black Hebrew Israelites, and apocalyptic cults as potential terrorists who might become violent in reaction to the new millennium. Okay, so what did we just talk about before? They are potential terrorists. So if so-called black Hebrew Israelites, which were not black Hebrew Israelites, which are Hebrew Israelites, okay, if they consider us potential terrorists, then under the guise of the NAA 2012 Act, they will be able to come and take us without trial and do whatever, execute judgment. Trial is basically you go to court and you have a chance to defend yourself with the possibility to get free. If you're being detained without trial, there's no how can I put this? There's no possible out for you. You're already guilty. You're guilty before you're guilty before proven innocent, without the chance to prove innocence. Okay, whether you're innocent or not, it really doesn't matter at that point. You're guilty. You know, in this country, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But in this case, you're guilty and you won't get a chance to be proven innocent, is what I'm trying to say, Salakia. But that's Project Megiddo, and that's what we have right now. That's what's going on. I think there's really not too much to say about this. I mean, it said it all right there. Okay, they're calling these people potential terrorists, and this is their plan. Which is, I'm gonna get this scripture. This is Revelation chapter 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Which is why he want to come down so hard, not only on these people that I named right here, but he wants to come down on the masses of the people as well. Which is why he's doing everything that he's doing right now with creating this pandemic. And we're going to get into everything else that he's doing as well, because, I don't want to jump the gun. But, everything that he's doing is calculated. Everything that he's doing is set up so that when he makes a move, the people are a step behind. The people are, they're conditioned to live a certain way. They're conditioned when you see the big yellow cones and the streets blocked off, you're conditioned to go another way. So when it's almost like herding a cow, you're going to go where they want to tell you to go. And that's how they have it right now. Right now, people are voluntarily staying in their house, not going to work, not going to their place of business. They're voluntarily staying home in their house. Now wait till they force you to stay home in your house. That's how you know all hell is really going to break loose. Because right now, a lot of people, at least here, a lot of people are still out. A lot of people are going about their daily lives that they don't really care. But this thing is hitting hard in places, and it's gonna, spread. But let me go to the next one. This is Operation Mockingbird, and this is a big thing of what's going on right now. Okay, it is an alleged large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency that began in the early 1950s and attempted to manipulate news media for propaganda purposes, and it funded student and cultural organizations and magazines as front organizations. Okay, so basically, they're using the news media for propaganda. Fox News, CNN News, and now these days you got the alternative media, which is also paid off. You got people like Alex Jones that really don't know what's going on. Christopher Green and AMTV News. But then you got like real people like Dabu 7. Of course, the men of the Lord. But I'm talking about as far as other alternative media. But those are three different people. You got Alex Jones, who appears to be fervent in this fight, but at the end he always thinks America's going to bounce back, this, that, and the third, because he's paid opposition. Okay, he's paid to be that opposing thought, and to really weed out those people who follow him. Those people are a target. Every time you hit that like button, every time you watch the video or whatnot, that's what these people are for. Okay, they're paid opposition. We're wanting to destroy everybody. We're gonna bring up this guy to tell people, hey, they want to destroy everybody, and everybody that likes this video, these are the people who are opposed to us destroying everybody. So now we can get these people. Okay, that's what I'm speaking on. That's what's going on heavily right now, which is Operation Mockingbird. You got CNN. Matter of fact, I'm not sure what news outlet it was, but they showed dummies in the hospitals. Supposedly, it was a person dying of coronavirus, but it was a dummy. You got all these caskets and all that. So who knows what to believe with this media, because this devil has control of it. All we know is that a move has been made on the chessboard, and that we're one step closer to getting out of here. And that's really all that matters. So all we gonna do, and what we can do, is continue to push this word in sincerity, in the truth, in the true power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, and this is the matter of fact. Yeah. So this is Operation Garden Plot. Okay, the Department of Defense Civil Disturbance Plan, also known as its crypt. I'm gonna fuck this word up. Cryptonym Garden Plot. It says it was a general U.S. Army and National Guard plan to respond to major domestic civil disturbances within the United States. The plan was developed in response to the civil disorders of the 1960s and fell under the control of U.S. Northern Command, or NORTHCOM. It provided federal military and law enforcement assistance to local governments during times of major civil disturbances. And names right here in the second paragraph: Watts, Newark, and Detroit. They all had riots. And it says the plot warns against racial unrest as well as anti-draft and anti-Vietnam elements. Okay, so basically, when they drew up a plan on how to respond against civil unrest, and all the shit's about to hit the fan. Civil unrest is about to run rampant through this joint. So let me get a couple of scriptures real quick. This is Isaiah 13 and 14, and it shall be as a chased roe, and a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee every one into his own land. And that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, we're seeing we're seeing everybody turn to their own people. Everybody, like I said before, the Chinese guy that got jumped on the subway. That's racial. And that's why they have stuff like this in place, garden plot in place for these racial riots, because they know that it's going to be a separation. Basically, everybody's going to connect with their people. You know, you got, like here in Omaha, all the parks in North Omaha are closed down. All the, but when you go out, all the Negroes pretty much stay on the north side of Omaha, and everything is shut down over here. The parks, the lake, all of that shut down. When you go out west, the parks, the lakes, they're still open. And why is that? Because they know, and matter of fact, one of the other mainstays that have come out of this COVID-19 is that you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the face of it. You're the ones who are being affected the most by it, the ones who are dying the most from it. And also, you take it as it's just a game, it's not serious, you going out and partying. I posted a video. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see if I can. You have stuff like this. This is in the midst of coronavirus in California, and everybody's supposed to be on lock. This is what niggas is doing.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding. Breaking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. Gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga.
Hold on, I got a couple more I want to show you. Alright, this is from Oakland. You know, so-called black people aren't taking it serious. So that's why they're doing it. This is why the devil's coming down heaven's great wrath. That really doesn't fit. Let me take that statement back. This is why they're saying that we're the face. We giving them the opportunity to. Because we are a hard-headed and stiff-necked people. I got one more video, and this next video is a local video, so give me one more second. So this video is from here in Omaha, Nebraska, at the lake, at Carter Lake, where when it's nice outside, that's what we do. We go to the lake, okay? And that's where, when you want to get on, or this, that, and the third, that's what, goes on here. So Here we go. You
looking at you like, can you hear me? Look at him. What? Hey, can you hear me? No.
Look at this motherfucker right here. I'm telling y'all. Look, she got the Rona, y'all.
What? Hey,
she definitely got the Rona, y'all.
Look at
This is why we get that stigma put on us. We allow them to do it. That's why. Okay. So but in that time, man, it's gonna get real serious out here. Right now is very serious, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. Okay, it says everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's what's gonna happen in this place, man. When the nitty get to the gritty, okay, when the shit hits the fan, it's gonna be like nothing. Like the scriptures say, it's gonna be a time that never was before and never shall be. So when they come up with, garden plot and all these other different operations that they've had over the years, it's to get prepared so that when it's time to roll, they got all their ducks in a row. And soldiers take orders. And better if foreign troops. Because this isn't just it's not the United States of world order, it's the new world order, or the new United States order, okay? So bringing in foreign troops is nothing for them. But I guess there's one more scripture I wanted to get. Yeah, which one did I have this one for, though? Oh, man. The uproars, yeah. Yeah, so, 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there should be seen... Matter of fact, I'm going to start at the top. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that at the very same time, when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So, we in the truth, we understand what time it is. These people, they're going to learn what time it is, okay? The Most High is preparing to visit the earth, okay? Everything's going to be turned upside down. This world that you know it is not going to be that same world. When 2020 hit, the world changed. Ever since then, it's been a hellfire for these people. Because they don't understand what the plan of the Lord is. They don't understand what these devils really got up their sleeve. Okay, therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the world, and that's what we're seeing right now. We've been seeing a lot of uproars of the people, but, as of right now, it's really not uproars, I would say, because most people are in the house. But you're going to see the uproars once that food runs out. Once more restrictions are placed upon people. That's when you'll see more uproars. But we've been seeing conflicts pop up out of nowhere in various different countries over the past couple years that's really been heated. Okay, verse 4, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, so the Most High, his prophets, has been speaking about these things. We've been speaking about these things. And now they're coming to pass and they're being shown right before us. And that's what it says in this next scripture. It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works. Okay? And endings and effects and signs. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing all these wonders. We're seeing the powerful works. And we're definitely seeing the endings and effects. And we're seeing the signs. We're seeing the pandemic. We're seeing martial law being set up. We're seeing the quarantine. We're seeing the plague. Okay, we're going to see the famine. We're going to see the concentration camps. All of that is right there within Esau's reach. He just has to push the button and activate it. And when he does that, that's when the Most High is going to make his move and take this devil down. So I just wanted to, like I said, review just a few of the things that we've been going over the past years, warning the people, because it is so relevant now. I did want to bring it back and shed some more light on it. With that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Krakadash, double honors to the apostles, and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.